Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Wajid Hussain. I am lecturer in Institution of Southern Punjab in Southern Business School. Today our subject is compensation management or compensation administration. I hope you will be fine. ISP is giving you great facility on online classes due to this crucial pandemic virus. So I hope you will be get benefit from these online classes. Today's lecture 1, the topic introduction to compensation. And what is compensation? It is in form of reward of the employees. If you are doing job, you will get reward, you will get salary, you will get bonuses. This is a compensation and it is very easy subject. A student of business administration and all the term you know well, which you are used in these subjects. I hope it will be easy for you. And after this lecture, there will be assignment. And you have to fulfill this assignment. And you will be marked and enter in your academic result. I hope you will prepare it carefully. And learning objects of this topic is what is compensation type, strategy, what is strategy, strategic compensation, strategic human resource management, compensation system, types of compensation system. And learning outcomes are you will be able to recognize how pay decision help the organization achieve their competitive advantages. You will be able to analyze, integrate, and apply the knowledge to solve compensation related problem in organization. And you will be demonstrate comprehensive by construction a compensation system encompassing internal consistency and external competitiveness. This topic will develop understanding of forms and components of compensation and organizational benefit system. What is compensation? Compensation can be defined as all forms of financial return and tangible services and benefits employee receive as a part of employment relationship. This is called compensation. Another definition of compensation is compensation represents the rewards employees receive from performing their jobs. That these are in form of reward. If you are performing your job, you will get reward. This is called compensation. Example of compensation. Compensation may be include hourly wages. If you are working hourly, you will get hourly wages. And annual salary. If you are agreed to get annual salary per month, you will get annual salary. Plus bonuses payment is also included in it, like Eid bonus and other bonuses, incentives and benefits. This also extra reward, such as group health care coverage, like medical facility. Short-term disability insurance, you will get insured, you will be insured and get insurance short-term disability. And contribution to retirement saving accounts. And when you retire, you will get per month contribution of retirement. It is also reasonable. I hope you will clearly understand the compensation. It is a very interesting subject. Types of compensation. There are two types, intrinsic and extrinsic. The first is intrinsic compensation. Intrinsic compensation is the fulfillment of motivation. That is, it is intangible. It is a type of motivation that keep and implies motivated to work. They are intangible and comes from within the person doing activity. You know the difference between tangible and intangible. Tangible is like shape, like product, any product. Like in form of money, salary, it is intangible. It is tangible. Salary is tangible. It is form of product, amount, shape, and intangible is appreciation, motivation, values. These are intangible compensation. So intrinsic compensation is intangible type of motivation. If you are motivated, you will work hardly and with full interest. Example of intrinsic compensation is an implies being involved in decision-making process. Intrinsic, intangible, because when higher authorities are involved in decision-making, you will be also involved. It is a great honor for you. You will be motivated from this act of the organization. This is intrinsic compensation. What is extrinsic compensation? Extrinsic compensation is the tangible award given to an employee for accomplishing something that can be monetary or non-monetary. Is tangible form of shape. Extrinsic compensation. If you're doing work, you will get it. Example. Example of monetary extrinsic compensation is an implied salary. This is also in form of shape implied salary. It's tangible. And monetary benefit and non-monetary benefit is like application certificate. Example of extrinsic compensation. Example of monetary extrinsic intrinsic compensation is an implied salary, and example of non-monetary extrinsic compensation is a certificate of accomplishment. You have completed the work, you will be given certificate. You will be given other certificate of best worker certificate. You will be given certificate of best sale topper if you are in sale department. These types of certificate are called extrinsic compensation. Two views of compensation according to managers, according to employees. Managers' views are major expense means to influence employees' behavior to improve the organization performance. While employees' views return in an exchange with their employer and entitlement were a reward. This implies views major source of financial security. Entitlement of being an employee of an company, reward for job well done. These are implied views. What is strategy? The company's long-term plan, how it will balance its internal strength and weaknesses with its external opportunity and threats to mean and competitive advantages. Because strength and weakness of internal of the company and external is so like SWOT analysis. SWOT S for strength, W for weakness, O for opportunities, and T for threats. SWOT analysis. So the company's long-term plan for how it will balance its internal strength and weaknesses with its external opportunities and threats to maintain a competitive advantage. That should to maintain competitive advantages. This is strategy and very easy. That strategy long-term plan. Next is what is strategic compensation planning? Strategic compensation planning is determine how much an organization want to pay employees and what type of employee they want to attract. This is called strategic compensation planning. That organization want to how much pay to their employees and what type of employees they want to attract. They want to select, they want to recruit. Like pay scale, reward programs, benefits packages, and company perks. These are strategic compensation planning. What is strategic human resource management? That organization plan how we will achieve the goal. The strategic HRM is an approach that defines how the organization goal will be achieved through people by means of HR strategies and integrated HR policies and practices. That HR strategies, human resource strategies, and human resource policies are involved in achieving the goal. This approach is called strategic human resource management. I hope you are understanding it. The main purpose of strategic compensation planning is to retain the employees, attract the employees, motivate the employees, and develop the employees. People management depend on having the right skills for job, managing people performance, achieves results, empowerment, and motivation to the staff. These are the main purpose of strategic compensation planning of the organization. Strategic human resource management and the strategic direction of an organization. Strategic human resource management is the key improved business performance that will increase the business performance of strategic human resource management. Strategic direction is the course of action that leads to achieve of goal of an organization strategy. What is strategic direction? Is a course of action that leads to achieve goals of the organization strategy. An organization strategy direction is combination of its vision, mission, strategies, and its core values. And you know about the vision and mission. Mission statement is the what is our present business, and vision is the where we will be stand in the future. These are the strategic direction. A roadmap to effective compensation. Understand your organization and your peoples, that you have to understand your organization and your people. First step is very important. Then understand your compensation options, what option you are giving compensation to their employees. In terms of tangible, in terms of intangible, what option you will use. Formulate your rewards and compensation strategy. You have option, then formulate them. What will be you are giving reward and what compensation strategy you will be use. Work out the detail of your compensation system. And you have to work out detail of your compensation system, the what system you are using in compensation. Then implement, manage, evaluate, and adopt the system. Then you are making plan, you have formulated the plan of compensation. Then implement that plan, implement that strategy. After implementation, you have to manage, evaluate that the system is going in the right direction. After evaluation, if you will be successful, then you will adopt that system. This is called roadmap to the compensation. Goal of a strategic compensation policy. Will be the goal? To reward implies past performance. This is the goal of strategic compensation policy. To retain competitive in labor market. To retain competitive in labor market. This is the goal of compensation, strategic compensation policy. To maintain salary equity among employees. That there will be equity in salary between the employees. To match employees' future performance with organization goal. That the performance of the employee is doing in right way, and we will get organization goal. To control the compensation budget. It is also the goal of strategic compensation policy that the organization have to control the compensation budget. To attract new employees, the new employees should have attraction. To reduce uncertainty turnover, that you have to reduce uncertainty turnover, that student that employees should not have to go from their jobs, do not employees have not to left your organization. These were the goals of strategic compensation. And in last, the assignment. You have to fulfill this assignment carefully and send me before your next lecture. It will be marked as a session marks and will include in your result. And count your presentation on this assignment in lecture. So be careful. Prepare this assignment and send me. The assignment is how the compensation function fit in human resource department. That how we will fit the compensation function in human resource department. I hope you will understanding that assignment and send me before your next lecture.